My name is Tatiana Arocha. I am a Colombian artist based in Brooklyn, New York, ancestral lands to the Lenape people. I go through a process of collecting, doing a lot of field work where I collect plants and elements that I find in nature that then I use and transform, and I sort of call them drawings, and then those are used to create the digital pieces. The themes that I worked with in my practice are based more about environmental issues and very specifically environmental issues connected with my homeland, Colombia. And not only seeing these environmental issues from the perspective of just like animals and plants, but also the social impact that happens with these environmental issues. The human impact and lack of human impact in my paintings is very intentional. In Colombia has affected the most vulnerable communities are indigenous and Afro-descendant communities. And I feel that as an outsider and somebody that is not fully part of the community, I don't feel comfortable with depicting the communities because they're also extremely diverse communities. But if I were to be depicting the persons, I will be giving one phase into communities that are incredibly diverse and have their own ability to depict themselves and see themselves and show the world the way that they want to be seen. So I don't think that I have the right to depict or to show because it would be a vision of an outsider. So the way that I speak about the human impact is through the learnings and the stories, and that's connected through the texture making of the pieces. The meaning of the gold accents and the black and white, has gone through many changes and evolutions, but it initially started, gold started speaking specifically about gold mining and the impact of that illegal gold mining on the land. The first time that I experienced that was before coming to the United States. Well, we flew over the rainforest because we were going to a very specific place in the Pacific coast of Colombia, and I could see the patches within the canopy of the places where gold had been extracted, and it was just, it's really just kind of mind-blowing to see a perfect canopy, and then like if you had scoop ice cream and you had scoop out the trees and then the holes. And when I arrived to the United States, people just had a vision of Colombia only related with the drug trafficking and Pablo Escobar and cocaine, and not a vision of a country that has an incredible, not only cultural, but ecological diversity. And I started talking, using these elements to talk about that connection. So the black and white comes from the sprayings of the coca plantations over the rainforest, and that leaves a veil of like gray. That piece that I'm showing here, Wind Spirits, it's very dark, and it's this idea of coal, the industry of coal and the exploitation over the land as well. So it's kind of just connecting all of the extractive economies, and I think that color palette just speaks to that. And recently, before I forget, I learned of a term called cheje, and cheje is an Aymara word from Bolivia, and cheje speaks about all the tonalities that are between black and white that make it very rich. And I think that in a way, all those tonalities are all the complexities of what happens in Colombia and with the land and socially, and all of those tensions that are also important within the country and make a beautiful country as well.